Where do you feel like things kind of shifted for you in that third quarter?
Exactly in that quarter. It's funny. We came out of halftime. I thought we were in a pretty good spot. There were some things that we wanted to tighten up. I think from like a transition defense standpoint, just with our communication. Kispert had gotten free a couple times, so trying to tighten up our coverages with him, and then finishing possessions. Like they had 8 offensive rebounds in the second quarter. So I think it was a little bit of that second quarter that bled into then the third quarter. And I thought our offensive process got a little bit bad. Some of our shot selection wasn't great. Then it turned into some easy buckets for them on the other end. So I think that when we were tight, when we were locked in and focused and kind of just keep trusting what we do, it puts us in a good place. And I thought that it got away from us a little bit in the third quarter.
How do you make sure that I guess any bad habits don't start creeping into you guys a little bit right now after a couple of tough losses on the road trip?
Yeah, so I think that, like I said, I thought Dallas game we kind of got it all back together and tightened up some of those habits that you talk about. Tonight, I thought that we started the game with a pretty good in a pretty good way, and our habits were pretty tight. And then I thought as the game just went on, whether it was fatigue or give Washington credit too, like they played well, the ball was moving. We kind of just fell behind, I think, a little bit, the 8 ball, and so kind of lost some of our habits that we were usually pretty tight with. I think that some timeouts always help, and then just like readjusting our minds, refocusing ourselves, and we'll do that. We're home now. We'll get some more reps in, and I think that we'll see an improvement next game.
See these flashes from Mark in the third quarter, even though, it wasn't the greatest quarter. He's doing everything, disrupting baskets around the rim. He's able to get a lot of second chance putbacks. He's running the floor. How can you turn those flashes into the norm?
Yeah, I think that just more reps, more time out there on the court. He just continues to get better and find his way and his rhythm. But like you said, we just need him to be able to do it for 48 minutes. Every minute that he's out there on the court, he has the ability to do it. We just got to get him there.
Washington was able to complete the season sweep against you guys for the season. What's the level of frustration like when it feels like you can't really crack the code that they've been putting out there game in and game out?
Yeah, I would say no frustration. Just one of those things that we have to learn from. It's a team that, like you said, beat you 4 times. I thought every game was pretty similar from the standpoint of transition and Kispert and Poole. The 3-point line was a big thing, and then also not letting our offense kind of affect in our defense. And so I think we learned from this series with them, and, our division's a tough one, and we got to keep growing and learning.
Hear about that word learn a lot, but what can happen for that learning experience to turn into, hey, we can build upon this and apply it to 4 quarters in a game going forward?
Yeah, we've seen it in some games, some pretty big games that we've had, and just being able to sustain it. And I think that it comes with just reps and experience and understanding if you don't bring your best game on a night-to-night basis, you can get beat in this league. And so you got to be able to continue to do what you do really well, and you also got to be able to game plan and get ready for the next team. And it's going to be maybe a little bit of a different strategy that next game, but the focus has to remain intact from game to game.
Talk about doing what you did well. What do you think this team did well in this game?
Yeah, I thought that we did a really good job defensively. 24-point quarter. The 2 30-point quarters could have been a little bit better. And then the 29-point fourth quarter. So, not too bad from a defensive standpoint. I look at we had 28 assists on 41 made field goal attempts. And so there's a lot of good things. I think that, we just got Malachi Flynn in today. And he came in and gave us a little bit of a boost. And like you said, Mark's showing flashes. There's some possessions where Miles is great, and Melo does a really good job of creating and stuff. So there's flashes throughout the game, I think, from everybody on our team. We just got to be able to put it all together for 48 minutes and kind of all be on the same page at the same time.